How did I do with keeping things to a zone 2 heart rate today? Let's find out. I'm Brian. It's Tuesday, May 20th, and it's day 262 of running 5K and doing 200 push-ups every day. So I debated making this video for a little while, but I decided today was the day. I decided to be one of the cool kids and complete as much of my run as I could in a zone 2 heart rate, i.e. somewhere between 130 and 145 beats per minute. Now, I've never been someone who pays too close attention to my heart rate. Not to say I ignore it altogether. I do know that my resting heart rate varies somewhere between 55 and 60 beats per minute, and I also know what my average heart rate is at the end of my run just because it shows up on my watch. But generally speaking, I've never really felt the need to track my heart rate too closely during a workout. Pretty much the only two exceptions being when I ran a marathon and any time that I've been hiking at elevation. Now again, based on what shows up on my watch at the end of a run, I know that my average heart rate is typically in a high zone 3, low zone 4 kind of range. 150, 160 beats per minute, something like that. Which meant that to achieve zone 2, I was going to need to slow down my pace. Say less, King. Does that make me sound hip? I don't know. Anyway, this was easy at first, but pacing myself based on heart rate is completely different than the way I've always approached running. Normally, I just tell myself to stop being a little bitch and push the pace, which means my heart rate's going to go up. Not being able to do that, I found incredibly frustrating. And actually, throughout the third mile, I thought I had a pretty good handle on it, but I looked down at one point to find that I was smack in the middle of zone 3. And as it turns out, I had spent almost a third of my run in that zone. Honestly, this turned out to be more of a challenge than I thought, because it forced me into exhibiting a kind of control that I'm not used to for my running. The more in control you are over yourself as a runner, the better. So this little challenge actually was pretty useful, even though at first I was unsure how to feel about it, and definitely one that's going to be put into the rotation again. I'll see you tomorrow.